Alright, today, well, the same day I actually did a review. Today I'm reviewing compressed air tanks. These are actually the better way to go with air now for paintball, and I recommend getting this if you're gonna get any kind of air or anything. This is a standard 3000 psi Crossfire tank, and as you can see, they have actually dials where you can see how much air you have left, so you can be sitting there in a game and be like, oh man, I don't have enough air, so then you're going to take shots slower and stuff. So that's what's good about this gun. And it's just air. Like with CO2 guns, if you tilt it inside out and shoot, and it gets inside the hose of your gun, it can fuck up your whole gun. Like, it'll mess up your whole entire gun, which pisses me off, and I just hate CO2 now. And they also say CO2 is damaging the ozone layer, which is making the Earth, like, you know how everyone's going green and all that shit. Well, they said that, what's it called? It's damaging the ozone layer, so we're not going to be able to use CO2 anymore. They're soon going to stop selling it, but they're still selling it, and they're still selling these because these are the way to go. I'm telling you, this is the best choice to ever make with air. And mine actually has an end cap on it, and what you do is you just pop this back, pull it off, and this is the little thing where you plug in. And most places actually, they make you pay money to get your CO2 filled, because they have to fill it up in the back and do all this shit. But you, most of the places I've been to, like Paintball Invasion, On Target, Top Gun, all those, these places, they actually have like hoses and things where they just sit outside because compressed air is the way to go. You just plug it in, like how you plug in this, and it's a hose thing, and you just go like, and it sprays it in, and you can watch and see how much you need full of 3000 psi. So, you don't want to go into the red part, or else the tank will just mess up and maybe just even explode. But I've never heard of that, but that could happen. And then when you're done, you just put the end cap on. You don't even need the end cap. I just have it because I like to have that. And so I don't have my Spider Pilot with me because it's upstairs, so I'm just gonna use the Spider Extra. It's really easy. You just screw it in. This O-ring right here is a very great O-ring. I haven't had any air leaks. You screw it in, pull this back, and just fire. And it doesn't have any kind of like smoke or CO2 white stuff coming out of the front, which is actually really good. I have a sock on mine. Well, not a sock. It's called a sock, but it's Velcro right here, and then you just pull it right off, like this. And I like this because it's comfortable, and if the tank gets cold, but usually compressed air tanks will get cold, but if it's like you're playing in the winter, the tank will get cold because it's hard metal. So this thing keeps it from making your skin cold. But it's 3000 psi, 68 cubic inch, lightweight alloy steel cylinder, made by Crossfire. As you notice, they have all the warnings on front when you get your tank. I put my sock over because I hate that design, and also, as I told you, there's reasons why I use it, because I hate the cold and all that. But this tank will last you about, because if you play speedball, because I like speedball, and my friends make me play whizball with them, but I like speedball most. So if you're gonna play speedball and you don't ramp the living shit out of your gun when they're sitting behind the barrier, this would last you about, I'd say, like 5 games. Like if you go like a steady like boom 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 like a couple times. But this is a very great tank. You can actually get other sizes like 4500 that will last you more. It's actually very lightweight. As you can see, CO2 tanks are pretty heavy. Very lightweight. No liquid inside. It's just all compressed air, like just air pushed right in. And the problem about CO2 guns or CO2 is when you shoot, sometimes like if it's tilted other ways and stuff, CO2 won't put out a constant rate of FPS. But with compressed air, it actually shoots the same FPS over and over because it doesn't push out a certain amount with this like this. So this is actually a very nice tank. I would prefer for everyone to get compressed air tanks, but I guess people just stick with CO2 because I guess ever since using it, they like using CO2. But if you're ever going to get a tank, I'd recommend getting a compressed air tank or switch to compressed air because soon you're going to have to, but I recommend getting before everyone else has to switch over because it's a very nice tank, very reliable, and it doesn't do anything wrong. I've only had like one con about this, and that's it. So this is Spider Paintball 31, and this is a review about my tank.